human self presents to me many challenges that burden me. My heart center shines and calls to me. This is who I choose to be. Sometimes lessons.
Welcome to the Vibrational Alchemy Podcast. This is Penny Fisher, and we are so glad you are joining us for this week's episode. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We absolutely could not be more excited to have you with us for our inaugural episode. We are, I just don't honestly have words. Over the moon, excited, thrilled, beyond happy to be here with you and to be doing this work. Let me share a little bit about how this all got started. For the last few years, I have had the unbelievable privilege and honor of receiving downloads and information, as I'm sure many of you do, from guides, from angels, from ascended masters. And lately, I've been getting a real kick in the pants to share the information. Our teacher, Brigitte Boyer, shout out to Brigitte, Lightbridge Center in Clinton, New Jersey. Brigitte has always taught us that being a channel is only 50% about receiving the information. The other half of that responsibility is to share it out into the world with people who feel aligned to the messages. And so that's the reason we're doing this, to share some information with you. And the information that I'd like to talk to you about today is about something called the cosmic matrix. This was brand new information to me. It wasn't anything I'd ever heard about. I'd maybe heard the idea of floating around in the air somewhere, but it was really very new to me until, I guess a couple of months ago. I was preparing a manual for an archangel, a series of archangel workshops. And I was on number 9 in the series. This was a series, a 10-part series to introduce folks to the archangels of the 7 sacred rays or sacred flames. We did an introductory session, and then we did the 7 archangels of the 7 rays. And as I was thinking about the arc of the project, I realized that we had just had to include the archangels of below, the archangel of below, and the archangel of above, the archangel of the earth realm, Sandalphon, and the archangel of the heavens, Archangel Metatron. And just as had been happening all along, when I got to preparation for this 9th session with Archangel Sandalphon, the Archangel Sandalphon's divine feminine partner stepped forward. Now, this was not unusual throughout the entire series. The divine feminine partners and complements of these archangels had been stepping forward with strength, with power, with beauty. They were quite honestly running the show. And we will be doing a podcast in a few weeks on more about the nature of the divine feminine and divine masculine and coming into balance with that. But for this particular archangel, the being who stepped forward really surprised me. I had seen her name, but it wasn't a being with whom I was really familiar. And it was the Lady Shekinah, also pronounced Shekinah, depending on which tradition you come out of. I think Shekinah is more in the Hebrew tradition. I actually was calling her Shekinah because I didn't know her and didn't know how to pronounce her name. And as I got to know her, she told me that she's actually not an archangel, but instead an aspect of Divine Mother, this huge, beautiful, divine feminine presence. As a matter of fact, let me read to you what she said about herself in this channeled message for the people in this workshop. She said, I am she, the guardian, the earth mother. I am not an archangel as you have come to know them. Rather, I am an embodied or personified energetic of the earth mother herself. And I come to you with this message: be pure of heart. And that's how I started to get to know her. And as I was putting the manual together, I asked her, what is it that you are stepping forward to help us with at this time? What information do you have for us? What practices, what gifts? And she started to talk to me about the cosmic matrix. And my response was, the what, huh, now? Like the cosmic what? I Googled it, didn't find much of anything. I think there's a band out there or somebody or something that has to do with the cosmic matrix, but I had no idea. And she started to give me information, and I started to experience the cosmic matrix for myself. And then little by little, as I continued to do reading about Shekinah and about Archangel Sandalphon, the information that I was getting was actually being confirmed. And so this cosmic matrix, what is it? So the closest analogy that I can get is actually to the ley lines in the earth. These beautiful ley lines are essentially rivers of energy that run below Earth's surface. They connect at nodes, places of great power, places of great sacredness. So if you think about Stonehenge or Avalon in the UK, if you think about Machu Picchu, in Peru, if you think about the pyramids at Giza in Egypt, or sites on Maui in Hawaii, right? These are all very sacred sites, and these are places through which the ley lines run and connect. Okay, so this is my experience of the cosmic matrix. For me, my experience of it is that is this tremendous flow of energy, of vibration, of light, of love. And the way that I experience it is as almost as a rainbow bridge, right? And it's not the rainbow bridge that comes out of the Norse mythology that carries us to Asgard or carries us to our home, although I'm sure it does. It has an infinite flow, so I've been told. But rather, this is a vibrational flow of unconditional love that connects everything. I don't even have words. That connects absolutely everything that exists in the omniverse. So that which we know and that which we have yet to remember or discover. Okay. I also experience it very much as light. It does to me look like a rainbow bridge. And the light, again, I don't have words. The light and the color that I see and that I experience. There are colors in this cosmic matrix, this river of vibration, that I honestly do not have words for, because these are colors that I've never seen before and I've never experienced before. And Shekinah affirmed that these are colors that exist but are beyond our the scope of our human understanding just yet. The experience for me of being in the cosmic matrix is one of just resting in a beautiful, gentle, flowing river. And the energy of the color and the light is not only one that comes to me visually, but it's very kinesthetic in that I feel it just absolutely flowing into and through the pores in my body. I feel it flowing into and through my my aura, right? So it's not just infusing my physical body, but it's also infusing my mental body, my emotional body, and my etheric or my spiritual body. It's just amazing and powerful. And the more that I experience it, the more that I understand that what is happening is different every time I engage. It's different every time that I go in. Because I'm different every time I enter. What I need is different. And all I need to do is enter into this space and simply ask that the cosmic matrix infuse me with the vibration of unconditional love in a way that is for my highest good in that moment. And once I'm there, then I know I can just simply trust that that's exactly what is happening for me. It is a profoundly beautiful experience. And I know when I did the activations for people in the class, that people talked about seeing light flowing toward them. And I believe this was the light of the cosmic matrix. In the manual, the description is this. The cosmic matrix is a vast network and infinite flow where we experience the interconnectedness of all with all that is. We are able here to draw upon the vibration of unconditional love that comes from the cosmic heart, whose rhythmic beating is the source of all creation. We are able to connect with our soul and our soul's purpose, and we begin to embrace the radical responsibility that we have as master manifestors. We are empowered to disengage from old pain and traumas, from old self-identities that have been imposed upon us by the collective pain, sadness, and fear of the human experience, from the need to grasp, to control, or to feel ourselves as less than the true divine essence that is our nature and our birthright. And my experience of this cosmic matrix is that it's actually rewiring our DNA to help us to return to who and what we truly are. And I love that in the manual, she talks about this idea of releasing old traumas, old pain, old self-identities. Because one of the other things that we know about the way that the universe is constructed comes from the world of quantum physics. And again, quick disclaimer, I am not a scientist. I am not an expert. What I will talk about are my experiences with quantum physics and what I've learned from my own reading and my own experiences. So apologies to all you scientists out there if I get it wrong. My experience of the way in which quantum physics interfaces with this concept of the cosmic matrix is this. Quantum physics tells us that everything is in motion. Everything vibrates. Without exception, everything vibrates. The chair you're sitting on, if you're in your car, the road that you're driving on, the car itself, and it's not vibrating from being driven, but it actually in its pure form, right? The molecules are vibrating. And similarly, our thoughts, our words, our actions also hold a vibration. And what we know from the world of quantum physics is that my mom and dad, they were wrong when they told me that opposites attract, because they don't. Opposites don't attract. Things that vibrate at the same rate attract. And so if I walk out into the world thinking angry thoughts or sad thoughts or feeling scared, I am going to attract to me things that are of a like vibration. Conversely, if I go out into the world and I am thinking thoughts and speaking words and engaging with actions that are loving and kind and compassionate, I will draw to me more and more of that. Now, a quick disclaimer about that, right? It sounds like, all we need to do is go out and say, oh, look at me, I'm all happy and love and, rainbows and unicorns and life is good. And that's lovely, but it's not our reality as human beings. Until we address that those emotions that are aspects of fear. Because remember, Course in Miracles tells us that there are only two human emotions, love and fear. And if we're not in love, we are in some aspect of fear. It can be anger or judgment. It can be jealousy or greed. It can be judgment. It can be all kinds of things, right? Until we are willing to look at those heavy emotions, we can't make our way into the space of the higher vibrational reality. And there are amazing books out there, amazing work, amazing podcasts, and beings and people doing this work. Abraham and Esther Hicks, the book The Secret. There's just so much amazing literature out there for anyone who's interested in a deeper dive. What my experience has been is that if I engage with these heavy emotions, these heavy feelings, from a place of curiosity, what I mean by that is, instead of pushing them away or instead of identifying with them, I step back and I observe them and I notice them. And when I am willing to ask them, what are you here to teach me? Then these heavy emotions can become teachers for us. They are, believe it or not, allies and gifts that show us places where we hold woundedness within ourselves, woundedness that is so deep that when people come into our space and treat us unkindly or judgmentally, we react with anger or outrage. And it's because somewhere deep inside ourselves, we believe them. Those wounds can come from past lives. They can come from interactions with family, with friends, with other experiences, whatever it is. And this is where the cosmic matrix can be another powerful tool in your toolkit for navigating these heavy emotions and allowing them to transform and transmute back into their true essence, which is really love. Because as we enter into the cosmic matrix, we allow ourselves the gift of the infusion of tremendous love and tremendous light that will start to shift and change and transform those heavy emotions. We rest there, we rest in that space as the light, the vibration of unconditional love infuses us. And I was also gifted another piece of what I consider to be just mind-blowing information about all of this work with the cosmic matrix. And that is that this is not just a one-way street. This is not just us receiving from the cosmic matrix. But because we are connected, right? Because separation is just an illusion, right? There is no duality. We are all one, and we're making our way back to that memory. Because of that, we are deeply connected with the cosmic matrix. And by extension, the vibration that we bring to the cosmic matrix informs the cosmic matrix. Right? So yes, it will heal us. It will lift our vibration. It will help us. And then as we heal, as we grow in love, in light, in compassion, in non-judgment, we actually lend that energy of divinity to the cosmic matrix. Again, let me share something from the manual. As we are in the cosmic matrix, we begin to understand that just as we are fed and nourished by the cosmic heart as we traverse the cosmic matrix, so too do we feed and nourish the cosmic heart. our willingness to experience duality in human form, to make the journey back to the cosmic heart, sends ripples and waves of love, of compassion, and of peace through the cosmic matrix. We are gifted with the knowing of ourselves as co-creators with the divine, and we take on the realities of our journey back into the cosmic heart with renewed energy, focus, and sheer delight. And this is so much of what this work with the cosmic matrix can offer us. Shekinah tells us that the entryway into the cosmic matrix is through the sacred gateway or the sacred portal of the heart. And we're going to talk a lot more about the cosmic heart next week and ways that we can connect with our own sacred heart, our own sacred gateway to enter in. One of the things that you might want to play with over the upcoming week is connecting with your own sacred heart space, your sacred heart chamber. For centuries, we have been told and acculturated to believe that the brain, our beautiful, analytical, brilliant brains, are the center of it all. That's where knowledge comes from. That's where guidance comes from. And what we know now is that the ancient civilizations who believed that the center of the human experience was the heart, they were actually correct, right? And the cosmic matrix, as we enter into it, actually opens and expands that heart space. It allows us, because it is cosmic in nature, it allows us to access the multidimensional realities that we may be experiencing, right? In different places at different times in real time right now, right? And as we access that amazing energetic of the heart, we are able to experience ourselves as truly Christed beings. Now, I want to pause for a minute here, because when I use that word, the Christed beings, the unconditionally loving Christ, cosmic Christ consciousness, I want to just clarify for a moment. When I speak about the Christ consciousness, I am referring to an energetic. I am referring to the energy of unconditional love that is beyond anything that we have experienced as humans. We can't just yet. I am not referring to religion. I am not referring to the avatar who walked this earth, a beautiful being who came to teach us about this unconditional love. I'm referring to this brilliant energetic that, quite frankly, just is beyond any of those other smaller definitions. Okay, so you'll probably hear me talking a lot about that in upcoming weeks. So I just wanted to be really clear that that's what that's about. Okay, so entering into the heart space allows us to connect with our own essence in a different way. And in the upcoming week, I would invite you, not now, especially not if you're driving or not if you're walking, but I would invite you in the upcoming week to start to play with ways in which you can drop out of your brain, out of your mind, and into the heart. If you already have a way of doing this, absolutely stay with what works for you. And if not, I would invite you during your daily practice to maybe start to be playful with some things. You can use the breath to actually drop you in, breathe in love and light. And on your exhale, let yourself drop down into the heart. Continue to breathe in love and light, exhale and drop a little bit deeper, and you'll find yourself in that space. Another brilliant teacher of mine talked about using a staircase. So imagine or pretend or sense or feel that there is a stairway that goes from your head down into your heart. Let this stairway be beautiful. Let it be gentle. Let it be joyful. And allow yourself to step by step make your way from your mind down into your heart. And when you find this heart space, this sacred chamber, rest here. And again, be curious. Notice, what does it look like? What's the color palette? What objects might be in that place? Are there candles? Is there an altar? Are there guides and beings who are there to meet and greet you? If there are, ask them, are you of the unconditional love of whatever it is that you experience as unconditional love? Are there gifts for you there? And rest in that beautiful space of your divine heart. And next week, we'll talk about actually opening the portal from that chamber into the cosmic matrix. And we'll talk about what the experience of that cosmic heart really is. In bringing about your own healing, your own remembering of who you really are, you offer out into the world, as Shekinah said, these ripples and waves of love, of peace, of compassion. And this, my friends, is how we heal the world. When we focus on something, we amplify it and we draw toward us whatever it is we've focused on. So if I'm focused on the pain and the horror of what's happening in different places around the world, I amplify it. But if I focus on the love and the light and the compassion that are within my heart, and I ask for source in whatever way I experience source, as God, as angels, as our beautiful, beautiful sun, to create a space, a container of love and compassion, and I just hold everyone in that space, I begin to send out the vibration of love. And remember what we know about quantum physics. What I send out gets amplified as it finds other resonances, other vibrations that match it. And little by little, that vibration grows. So I invite you to be playful with moving into this space of your own sacred heart chamber this week. See how it feels, see how it goes. We'll talk more about it next week. And see if you are invited into the space of the cosmic matrix and what that might be for you. And all you have to do is intend it to come into your space. And whatever you experience will be right and perfect for you, as it always is. I can't believe we've just about reached the end of our time together. I do not have words for the gratitude that is just overflowing in my heart right now, for the privilege and honor of being here with you and sharing this material with you today. I am super excited to continue our journey in future episodes and future podcasts. All of this in the service of offering to you information and tools that will help you on your own journey. Because as we move out into the world, every minute of every day, we get to choose who we want to be. And that's why we chose the music to start and end our podcast, written by my amazing and beautiful soul partner, Gordon Fisher. This is a song called "This Is Who I Choose to Be," and it's about his journey of making his way into this space of love and compassion. And we invite you to check out that and our other offerings at our website, vibrationalalchemy.net. And And we wish you peace and love and joy, curiosity and playfulness on your journey. And we very, very, very much look forward to seeing you next week and in the ethers. Sending you so much love.
This is who I choose to be. This is who